I just built this AI automation that creates high-quality, monetizable videos in any niche and posts them automatically to 12 platforms using N8N. If you've been on TikTok or YouTube Shorts, you've probably seen faceless AI channels pulling in millions of views. These videos work because they're fresh, visual, and engaging. They keep people watching longer, which boosts reach and performance. And now, they can be fully automated. This system lets you do exactly that. It's modular, easy to scale, and highly customizable, so you can control the title and the concept. You can create cinematic, AI-generated POV videos or first-person stories, all generated automatically, with zero manual editing. The workflow runs in N8N. It generates the prompts, creates the images, animates them into video clips, adds music, and merges everything into a full video. And once it's done, it auto-publishes to TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, Pinterest, and more. In this video, I'll walk you through the full setup, and at the end, I'll break down exactly how much it costs to generate a complete video. Now, let's start the demo. I'll show you 3 real examples. Now, let me show you how it works. Starting with Airtable. Title is the name of the video idea. Description defines the scene, point of view, story, emotion, or style. Number of scenes controls the video length. Each scene can be 5 or 10 seconds. In my case, I will keep it at 5 seconds to make the video more dynamic. Status shows if the video is done. Final video holds the finished result. Once you fill in this table, everything runs automatically, from generation to publishing after you click on the Test Workflow button in N8N. You can download this entire workflow from the Automation Tribe community inside the Classroom section. And to start using it, just open N8N, create a new workflow, click the 3 dots in the top right, and choose Import from File. Inside the Automation Tribe community, you'll find all the automations featured on this channel, ready to download. You'll also connect with people who are building real projects, using automation to simplify their work and create new income streams. Now let me show you very quickly how this automation was made. The first node is a schedule trigger. You can use it to define how often the automation runs, hourly, daily, or even multiple times per day. In my case, I'm running this workflow manually for now, but note that from start to finish, the full process takes around 20 minutes, mainly because of built-in wait times between steps. Inside the trigger node, you can adjust the values here to control when the workflow runs. Next is the Airtable node. After connecting your Airtable account, just select the correct base and table. In the Filter by Formula section, paste this formula to make sure only rows that aren't marked as done will be processed. If you want to control how many records are processed at once, you can toggle off Return All Records and specify a limit. For example, set it to 1 if you want to generate just 1 video at a time. Then we move on to the AI agent node. Please pause the video and copy my prompt exactly, or add your own prompt. This agent uses a chat model, and you'll also need to attach a structured output parser. Pause the video again and copy the parser format I'm using. After that, we pass the response into a code node, where we format the AI output into a list of scenes. Here's what the code does. It takes each scene returned by the AI, extracts the image prompt, movement description, and voiceover script, and adds a scene number. It then restructures the data so the rest of the workflow can generate each scene one by one, cleanly and consistently. The next node is an OpenAI Generate Image node. Here, make sure to select the latest model and set the quality to high. Just make sure you use the correct resolution. I'm using one that fits TikTok, Reels, and Shorts. After that, we move to an HTTP request node. This sends the image to a hosted API endpoint that I built, and it's available in both the free and pro automation tribe communities. You can see exactly how it works in the separate video I posted on the channel. But in short, it receives the binary image and gives back a clean URL you can use later in the workflow. If you don't want to use my API, you can replace this node with your own uploader. For example, Amazon S3, Dropbox, or even Supabase. Then we add another HTTP request node, this time calling the Fal AI API. For this project, I'm using the Kling video model, version 1.6, which creates video animations from still images. The price is $0.475 per 5 seconds of video. It's not the cheapest model, but the results are extremely good. Smooth, cinematic motion, very clean rendering. Keep in mind, the cost depends on how many scenes you generate. I recommend starting with 3 to 5 scenes per video to keep your costs low. Once your content starts performing and generating revenue, you can scale up and create longer videos. You'll need to add your own API key here to access the Kling video model. You can pause the video and copy the settings I'm using, or go directly to the Fal API page. All the required parameters are listed there. Next, we add a wait node. I've set mine to 7 minutes, which is usually enough for a video with 3 to 5 scenes. According to Fal's official benchmarks, a 5-second video takes around 243 seconds to process. That's just over 4 minutes. To be safe and avoid breaking the automation, I recommend setting this to 10 or even 12 minutes, especially if you're using longer prompts or generating multiple videos back to back. After that, we use another HTTP request to fetch the finished video. Again, all the parameters are the same. You can copy what I have on screen or check the official API docs on the Fal website. Now we use another code node. And here's the code I'm using. What this does is very straightforward. It takes all the video clips generated from the previous step, one per scene, and arranges them into a timeline. Each video gets a timestamp and a duration, so we can merge them together later in the exact order we want. In this case, I'm setting each clip to 5 seconds, but you can change that by adjusting the duration value at the top. The output is a keyframe sequence that will be passed to the final merge step using FFmpeg, where everything is stitched into a complete video. The next node is another HTTP request, this time using the Compose API from Fal. Fal has a great feature here. It lets you merge 2 or more videos into a single one. The only downside is that it doesn't support adding music at this step. But don't worry, or I'll show you how to fix that later using my own audio merge API. For this HTTP request, just follow the exact settings you see on the screen, or visit Fal's API documentation to configure it manually. After that, I'm adding another wait node. I've set mine to 5 minutes. If you get an error here, just increase the wait time to give the server more processing time. The next step is another HTTP request to fetch the final merged video. Use the GET method, include the request ID, and make sure to set the authorization header with your API key. Once the video is ready, we update Airtable. Select the correct base and table, match the video with the correct row using the ID, and add the merged video into an attachment column. This version of the video doesn't have any sound, and that's useful if you want to add your own voiceover or soundtrack later, instead of using the generated audio from the next steps. The next node is another OpenAI node. It generates a detailed sound prompt using the video's title, description, and number of scenes. This helps the audio model understand the mood and pacing of the video, so the background music fits perfectly. Just pause the video if you want to copy my exact settings. Now back to the OpenAI node. Make sure you ask the chat model to output content in JSON format and enable the structured response option here. Then, we move on to the next step, generating the actual audio. For this, I'm using a service called Prompt to Audio. You can copy my settings from the screen or get everything from their official API documentation. After that, I've added another wait node. this time set to 3 minutes, just to give the audio model time to finish. Once that's done, the next node fetches the audio result. Now we're ready for the final merge, combining video and audio into one polished clip. For this, I'm using my own hosted API, which you can download from the free or paid Automation Tribe community. Just upload it to your own server, and be sure to watch the video tutorial I linked to see how it works step by step. This tool works as an alternative to JSON2 Video or Creatomate. Both are great platforms I've used, especially JSON2 Video. But if you want to avoid subscription costs and have server access, this self-hosted option works great and saves money. The settings here are simple. Add your videos and audio URL into the JSON body. Optionally, define a file name or output folder. Again, everything is shown in the tutorial, so check that out if you need help setting it up. Once the final video is created, we update Airtable one last time, adding the final video link in the designated column. At this point, the automation could end. But if you're using Blotato and want to post automatically to YouTube, TikTok, or other platforms, just connect the Airtable output to the Set ID node. If you want to learn how to publish to all social platforms at once using Blotato, I've made a dedicated tutorial that goes deep into how their API works. I'll leave the link in the description. You can also create a free Blotato trial to test it out. I hope this workflow helps you. If you liked it and want more automations like this, please like the video and subscribe to the channel, only if it's not too much trouble. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next tutorial. It's going to be something amazing.